Samam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspada Anasrinvandu Divisita Sadhanam Om Maha Ganapate Namaha. Om Amriteshwari Nama. We are also celebrating the Karthika puja. So we'll begin with the Karthika puja, where we'll be doing the Manasa puja, the mental worship of Amma's holy feet. Kindly sit straight and make sure your vertebral column, spinal column is erect. Please close your eyes. Try to focus your mind by becoming aware of your breath. Let each and every inhalation and exhalation pass through awareness. Now we'll chant Om 3 times. As we chant Om, imagine the sound of Om to arise deep within you, and cleansing the body, the mind, and the intellect, and the atmosphere around you as it comes out of your body. And imagine the sound of Om finally merging into silence. Now kindly take a deep breath. Feel the reverberation of Om in each and every part of your body. Once again, bring your awareness on your breathing. Now try to imagine a beautiful temple inside your heart. And as you enter into the temple, imagine you are filled with divine light, which has the qualities of love, of peace, of bliss, and of silence. And imagine imbibing all these qualities. And in the middle of the temple, visualize Sanctum Sanctorum, inside which Amma is sitting on a beautiful golden chair, decorated with gems and jewels and flowers. And visualize her form. And then imagine you're walking towards Amma. As you come near her, imagine you're prostrating at her feet, touching her feet, and then sitting by the right side of Amma's feet. Imagine a lot of vessels kept around you to do the Pada Puja, the worship of the holy feet. Visualize first you're lifting the feet with both your hands and placing the feet on your right palm. And with the left palm, imagine you're taking a small cushion for the feet, placing it underneath on the ground. And imagine you're taking a large silver or a golden plate and putting it on top of the cushion and the feet upon the cushion. Now imagine you're taking a lighted lamp, and as you hold the lamp in your hand, first imagine you're asking Amma's permission to do the Pada Puja, and then waving the lamp around the feet 3 times, followed by the incense stick. As you light and wave the incense stick, also visualize the sweet fragrance. Visualize keeping the incense stick on a holder. Now imagining Amma's feet. Visualize you're taking a vessel, a pot that contains milk, and pouring the milk, first the right foot and then the left foot. As you pour the milk, visualize the beauty as the milk flows from the ankles towards the heels and the toes. Also, slowly start chanting either your mantra or Amma, 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 silently inside. Now visualize keeping that pot down and taking another pot that contains ghee or clarified butter, pouring first the right foot, then the left foot. Now yogurt. And now honey. and finally rose water. Imagine keeping that cup down and you're lifting Amma's feet with both your hands. And after placing the feet on your right palm, imagine with your left hand, you're removing the plate with the liquids in it slowly and keeping it down. Visualize you're taking a nice towel, putting it on top of the cushion, then putting both the feet upon the towel, wrapping the feet with the towel, wiping it clean. Now imagine you're removing the towel first and then lifting the feet. After placing it on your right palm again, with your left hand removing the towel and keeping it down. And visualize you're taking a nice, beautiful shawl, putting it on top of the cushion, and then the feet palm the shawl. Now visualize you're taking the sandalwood paste and the red kumkum powder. And just as we apply a dot on the forehead, first the right foot, the sandalwood first, followed by the kumkum powder. Imagine wiping your hands clean with the towel. And visualize a beautiful tree within your heart, filled with flowers, and imagine you're taking a handful of flower petals and offering it unto Amma's feet. And now we'll chant the 108 names of Amma. Kindly respond with the mantra Om Amriteshwariyai Namaha. And before you chant each mantra, imagine you're taking a handful of flower petals, holding it in your hand, chanting the mantra, and then offering the flower petals up unto Amma's feet. At first, as we chant the meditation verses, kindly imagine the whole form of Amma from the feet upwards the face, part by part. Om Dhyayamo Dhavlavagundhanavatim Tejomayim Naishtikim Snigdha Pangavilokinim Bhagavatim Mandasmidashri Mukhim Valsalyamritavarshinim Sumadhuram Sankirtanalapinim Shamangi Madhusikta Suktim Amritanandakmikam Ishwarim. Om Amriteshwariyai Namaha.
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 Om Amriteshwariyai
Om Purna Brahmaswarupanye Namaha.
Om Amriteshwariyai
O Satchidanandamurtaye Namaha.
Om Amriteshwariyai
Atma Ramagraganyaye Namaha.
Om Amriteshwariyai
Om Yogalinandaratmane Namaha.
Om Amriteshwariyai
Om Dharmagazabhavaye Namaha.
Om Amriteshwariyai
O Turyatungasthalijushe Namaha.
Om Amriteshwariyai
Om Prabhamandalabhitaye Namaha.
Om Amriteshwariyai
Om Durasadamhaujase Namaha.
Om Amriteshwariyai
Om Diktadikvastughaladi Sarvavachedarachaye Namaha.
Om Amriteshwariyai
O Sayadi Vijadi Svayabhe Nirakride Namaha.
Om Amriteshwariyai
Om Vani Buddhivimargyaye Namaha.
Om
ഓം ശശ്വതവ്യക്തവത്മനേ നമഃ. ഓ നാമരൂപാദിശൂന്യായേ നമഃ. ഓ ശൂന്യകൽപ്പവിഭൂതയേ നമഃ. ഓ ഷഡൈശ്വര്യസമുദ്രായേ നമഃ. ഓ ദൂരീകൃതഷഡോർമയേ നമഃ. ഓ നിത്യപ്രബുദ്ധസംശുദ്ധനിർമുക്താത്മപ്രഭാമുചേ നമഃ. ഓ കാരുണ്യകുലചിത്തായേ നമഃ. ഓ ദക്തിയോഗസുഷുപ്തയേ നമഃ. ഓം കേരളക്ഷ്മാവതീർണായേ നമഃ. ഓം മനുഷ്യസ്ത്രീവപുർവതേ നമഃ. ഓ ധർമ്മിഷ്ഠസുഗുണാനന്ദതമയന്തി സ്വയംഭൂയേ നമഃ. ഓം മാതാപിതൃചിരാചീർണപുണ്യപൂരഫലാത്മനേ നമഃ. ഓം നിശബ്ദന്യഗർഭനിർഗമാത്ഭുതകർമ്മണേ നമഃ. ഓ കാളീ ശ്രീകൃഷ്ണസംകാശകോമളശ്യാമളത്വഷേ നമഃ. ഓ ചനഷ്ടപുനർലബ്ധഭാർഗവക്ഷേത്രസമ്പദേ നമഃ. ഓം മൃദുപ്രായ ഭൃഗുക്ഷേത്രപുനരുദ്ധതേജസേ നമഃ. ഓം സൗശീല്യാദിഗുണാകൃഷ്ടജംഗമസ്ഥാവരാലയേ നമഃ. ഓം മനുഷ്യമൃഗപക്ഷ്യാദി സർവസംസേവിതാംഗ്രയേ നമഃ. ഓ നൈസർഗ്യതയാതീർത്ഥസ്നാനക്ലിന്നന്തരാത്മനേ നമഃ. ഓ ദരിദ്രന്താഹസ്സമർപ്പിതജാന്തസേ നമഃ. വന്യവത്രഭൂത്താന്നപൂരിതസ്വയൗക്ഷയേ നമഃ. ഓ സംപ്രാപ്തസർവഭൂതാത്മസാത്മസത്താനുഭൂതയേ നമഃ. ഓ അശിക്ഷിത സ്വയം സ്വാന്തസ്ഫുരത്കൃഷ്ണവിഭൂതയേ നമഃ. ഓ അച്ഛിന്നമധുരോദാരകൃഷ്ണലീലാനുസന്ധയേ നമഃ. ഓ നന്ദാത്മജമുഖാലോകനിത്യോത്കണ്ഠിതചേതസേ നമഃ. ഓ ഗോവിന്ദവിപ്രയോഗാദിദാവദഗ്ധാന്തരാത്മനേ നമഃ. ഓം വിയോഗശോകസമ്മൂർച്ഛാമൂർപദവശ്മണേ നമഃ. ഓ സാരമേയാദിവേദശുശ്രൂഷാലബ്ധബുദ്ധയേ നമഃ. ഓം പ്രേമഭക്തിബലാകൃഷ്ടപ്രാദുർഭാവിതശാർഗണേ നമഃ. ഓ കൃഷ്ണാലോകമഹാഹ്ലാദധ്വസ്തശോകാന്തരാത്മനേ നമഃ. ഓ കാഞ്ചി ചന്ദ്രകമഞ്ജീരവംശേഷോഭി സ്വബോധൃജേ നമഃ. ഓ സാർവത്രിക ഋഷികേശ സാന്നിധ്യലഹരി സ്പൃശേ നമഃ. ഓ സുസ്മേരതന്മുഖാലോകവിസ്മേരോത്ഫുല്ലദൃഷ്ടയേ നമഃ. ഓ തത്കാന്തിയമുനാ സ്പർശഹൃഷ്ടരോമാങ്കേഷ്ടയേ നമഃ. ഓ അപ്രതീക്ഷ സംപ്രാപ്ത ദേവീ രൂപോ ഉപലബ്ധിയേ നമഃ. ഓം പാണീ പദ്മസവദ്വീണാശോമാനാംബികാദൃശേ നമഃ. ഓ ദേവി സദ്യ സ്ഥിരോദാനതാഭവചേതസേ നമഃ. ഓ ദീനരോദന നിർഘോഷധീർണദിക്കർണവത്മനേ നമഃ. ഓ ദത്താന്നപാനദ്രാദി സർവദേ ധർമ്മണേ നമഃ. ഓ ഗുരുരാദി സമാനീത ഭക്ഷഭോഷ്യവഷ്മണേ നമഃ. ഓ വീണാനിശന്തി സംഗീലാളിത ശൃനാളിയേ നമഃ. ഓ അപാര പരമാനന്ദലഹരി മഗ്നചേതസേ നമഃ. ഓ ചണ്ഡികാ ഭീകരാകാര ദർശനാലബ്ധ ശർമ്മണേ നമഃ. ഓ ശാന്തരൂപാമൃഞ്ജരി വാരണാ നിർവൃതാത്മനേ നമഃ. ഓ ശാരദാ സ്മാരകാ ശേഷഭാഗുണസമ്പദേ നമഃ. ഓ പ്രതിബിംബദയാന്ത്രേ ശാരദോഭയമൂർത്തയേ നമഃ. ഓ തന്നാടകാഭിനയനത്യരംഗേതാത്മനേ നമഃ. ഓ ചാന്ദ്രേ ശാരദാ കേളി കലോത്സുതാബ്ദിയേ നമഃ. ഓ മുത്തേജ ഭൃഗുക്ഷേത്ര ദൈവ ചൈതന്യരമ്മസേ നമഃ. ഓ ഭൂയ പ്രത്യവർദാർശതി വിസംസ്കാരരാശയേ നമഃ. ഓ അപ്രാകൃതാത്ഭുതാനന്ദ കല്യാണ ഗുണസന്ധവേ നമഃ. ഓ ഐശ്വര്യ വീര്യകീർത്തി ശ്രീ ജ്ഞാനവൈരാഗ്യവേശ്മനേ നമഃ. ഓ ബാലഗോപാലവേഷഭൂഷാ വിഭൂതയേ നമഃ. ഓം സ്മേരസ്നിഗ്ധകടാക്ഷായൈ നമഃ. ഓ സ്വൈരാദിശതവേദയേ നമഃ. ഓ പിജകുണ്ടലമഞ്ജീരവംശികാംഗിണീമൃതേ നമഃ. ഓ ഭക്തലോകാഖിലാഭീഷ്ടപൂർണപ്രണേച്ഛവേ നമഃ. ഓ പീഡാരൂഢമഹാദേവി ഭാഭാസുരമൂർത്തയേ നമഃ. ഓ ഭൂഷണാംബരവേശ ശ്രീദീപ്യമാനാംഗേഷ്ടയേ നമഃ. ഓ സുപ്രസന്ന मुखाम्बोजवराभयदबाणये नमः ओ किरीटरचनाकर्णपूर स्वर्णपडीभृते नमः ओ जिह्वालीडमहारोगिविविल्समणदत्वजे नमः ओ दग्रोगदं संस्नादकवरङ्गापरमूर्तये नमः ओ स्तेहिंसासुरापानात्यशेषा अधर्मविद्विषे नमः ओ त्यागवैराग्यमैत्र्यादिसर्वतद्वासनाभुषे नमः ओ पादाश्रितमनोरूढदुःसंस्काररहोमुषे नमः ओ प्रेम भक्ति सुधासक्त सायत्त गुहाजुषे नमः ओम सुधामणि महानाम्ने नमः ओ सुभाष सुधा मुझे नमः ओ अमृतानंदमय्याख्याजनगर्पणस्पृशे नमः ओ दृप्तविरक्तायै नमः ओ नम्राप्तबुभुक्षवे नमः उत्सृष्टभोगिसंगायै नमः ओ योगी संगरिंसवे नमः ओ अभिनंद दानादिशुभर्माभिवृद्धये नमः ओ अभिवंद निशेषस्त्रयजंगमषष्ठये नमः ओम प्रोत्साहित ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय प्रवृत्तये नमः ओ पुनरासाद श्रेष्ठतपो विभिन्न वृत्तये नमः ओम भूयो गुरुकुलावासक्षणोत्सुकमेधसे नमः ओम अनेक नैष्टिक ब्रह्मचारि निर्मात्रवेदसे नमः ओ शिष्य संग्रामित स्वीय प्रोज्वलत ब्रह्म वर्चसे नमः वंदे वासिजनाशेषेष्टापाद दृष्टये नमः ओम मोहांधकार संचारि लोकानुग्राहि रोहिषे नमः ओम तमक्लिष्ट मनोवृष्ट सुप्रकाश शुभाशिषे नमः ओ भक्त शुद्धांतरांगस्तभद्रदीपशिखात्विषे नमः ओ सप्रीति मुक्त भक्त्यौगन्नर्पित स्नेहसर्पिषे नमः ओ शिष्यपरि सभा मध्य ध्यान योग विदित्सवे नमः ओ निज पुण्य प्रदानान्य पापादाना चिकीर्षवे नमः ओम परस्वर्या बनस्वी नरक प्राप्ति लिप्सवे नमः और दोल्सुजलत कन्या कुमारी मर्त्युमूर्तये नमः ओय मोहार्णवनर्मग्न भृगुक्षेत्रोजहेशवे नमः ओम पुनसंदान द्वैपायन सत्कुलदंदवे नमः ओम वेद शास्त्र पुराण इतिहास शाश्वत बंधवे नमः ओम भृगुक्षेत्र समुन्मेलित परदैवदेशे नमः ओम देव्यै नमः ओम प्रेमामृतानंदमये नित्यं नमो नमः ओम प्रेमामृतानंदमये नित्यं नमो नमः ओम अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः ओम अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः ओम अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः ओम अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। Now kindly visualize Amma's feet covered with the flowers with which you had offered your worship, and imagine the whole form up to the face. Now visualize a bowl of sweet pudding and a bowl of fruits kept in front of you. Imagine first you're taking the bowl of fruit, feeding Amma with your own hands, and Amma relishing your offering, followed by the sweet pudding, and as you feed Amma the sweet pudding, also imagine Amma enjoying it. Now kindly imagine keeping the bowls down and then taking a cup of water or milk to drink and making Amma drink out of a cup held in her own hand, and then keeping the cup down and wiping Amma's face clean with a towel. Now visualize keeping the towel down and imagine you're adorning Amma's body with different ornaments. First, anklets for the ankles, then rings for the toes, for the fingers, and then the hand, necklaces, earrings, nose ring, and finally a beautiful crown. And visualize the beauty. Now, imagine you're taking a camphor lamp, lighting it, and then waving it 3 times around the feet. First, then the whole form, and finally the face, while visualizing the feet first, then the whole form and the face respectively, chanting. Om Amriteshwaryaye Namaha. 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 Imagine keeping the lamp down, taking a handful of flower petals, waving it around the flame and offering it unto Amma's feet. Now visualize you're taking a handful of flower petals and while holding it in your hand, praying to Amma, "Oh Amma, always hold my hand and let me walk beside you. Amma, if I hold your hand, I might see some toys or some other things that this world of illusion will offer and then run away, leaving you. But if you hold my hands, I will still be with you and you will make me walk on the path. Amma, wherever I go, let that be a path towards you. When I eat, let that become a sacrifice unto you. When I lie down to sleep, let that become a prostration at thy holy feet. Let each and every action of mine be an act of worship unto you. Amma, always remain in my heart, speaking through me words of kindness, thinking only pure thoughts, and doing selfless actions. Amma, please fill my heart with your love, so that I become immersed in your love, and the I in me just dissolves into you. Praying so, imagine you are offering the flower petals unto Amma. Now you may also pray for any of your family members, relatives, friends, acquaintances, devotees who need prayer. Praying that Amma heals them physically as well as mentally, and gives them good health and happiness at the earliest. And now visualize the beautiful temple inside your heart and the sanctum sanctorum inside which Amma is sitting on the golden throne, and visualize her form slowly merging into light, and the light filling your heart with love, with peace, with bliss, with contentment, and with silence. And imagine that light going out from your heart to all the beings in this world, just like the rays of the sun. And as the light falls on each and every one, imagine they also become more loving, more peaceful, more blissful, and more silent. While imagining so, we'll chant the Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu prayer 9 times. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om. न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः तत्त्वज्ञानात् परं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। मन्नादा श्री जगन्नाथ मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरु मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः। In the last session, we saw that all the gopis, gopas plus Krishna, they moved from the Vraj to Vrindavan. And it was followed again in the attack on Lord Krishna was relentless. At first it was the Bakasura in the form of a big crane or a big bird. And then what happened was, as we know that Lord Krishna, it was trying to attack Lord Krishna, then finally Lord Krishna caught hold of it and tore its beak and killed it. So that was the first one. And now we are going to see another demon or a Rakshasa. And one of the, as I was saying earlier, a demon means a person who is completely attached to his body. So one who who saves his body and who's just focused upon his body alone is a rakshasa. So these different, as I was saying earlier, also these different demons or the rakshasas are none other than all the emotions and the physical sensations that arise in our body and in our mind. So, as we saw that one day we saw that Lord Krishna decided that he would have lunch in the woodlands and not at home. So he went with all the calves to the woodlands near the Yamuna river. And there was a large number of the Gopa boys, that is the cowherds and the boys of the people there. And they were playing, and they were just doing different things. They were some of them were picking the peacock feathers, and some of them would play with slings and throw them, and then also some pursued the shadows of the flying birds. Some walked with swans, imitating their elegant tread, and some mimicked the pose of the cranes, and some danced with the peacocks, and some of them pulled the monkeys by their tails, and some climbed the trees after them, and some imitated their grimaces and contortions, and some jumped from one branch of a tree to another. Thus they engaged. And it was at this time an asura named Akha. Akha means who is an embodiment of sin. Unable to bear the sight of the delightful sports of these children, made his appearance there with a view to destroy them. This asura was a terror even to the devas, who, though they had drunk the elixir of immortality, still felt it necessary to safeguard their lives against him. And this Aghasura, an emissary of Kamsa, was the brother of Putana and Baka, who had met with their death in Lord Krishna's hands. Seeing Krishna and the boys, he thought within himself, "This boy is the killer of my sister and brother. I shall kill him along with Bala, that is Balarama, Bala, to give satisfaction to my two dead dear ones. And if these boys are given by me as funeral offerings to my dead brother and sister, then all the inhabitants of Vraja are as good as dead, for they are like their prana to people. If they perish, the whole community perishes in the next generation. So if the prana of the community, their children, are killed, there is nothing to fear from them afterwards, as no one need not concern oneself with the body whose prana has left it." Cogitating this thus, that evil-minded demon assumed the form of a huge python, and with its mountain-like body, a yojana long, and its mouth wide open like a huge cave, and lay in wait on the way to devour the children. So here's a very interesting observation. What is the pulse of a society? It is the younger generation. And so he's saying that if Lord Krishna and Balarama, his brother, is killed, then there would not be any more the progeny, and also the next generation will be, as the next generation will be completely wiped out, the people will gradually perish. And what did they do? They killed his sister, Putana. You remember the one who fed Lord Krishna at her breast. And the other one was Baka. And so these two people who were demons and demoness was killed by Lord Krishna. So he wanted to take revenge. So he's saying that if these two children are killed, then their soul will attain peace. So that's the reason. And then he takes the form of a huge python. And yojana long means it's more than a mile. That long of a python, and he became that. He assumed that form. And its lower lip touched the earth, and the upper one, the clouds in the sky. The corners of his mouth were like caverns, while his molars resembled mountain peaks. In the cavity of his mouth, where pitch darkness reigned, his tongue lay like a broad road. His breath came out like a piercing wind, and his eyes shone like the flames of a forest fire. So you can just imagine the huge, the python, the snake. The boys, on seeing Aghasura of the above description, mistook the sight to be another wonderful feature of the scenery of Vrindavana. So they thought it was Disneyland. That's what they thought. And it's a ride in one of the in Disneyland. So they admired and praised its striking resemblance to a python. And they said, "Look here, friends, what is it there we see before us? Is it a living creature or not?" Because they have not seen anything like that. So can you say whether it is a real python lying there to swallow us, or a mere feature of the mountainside? Seeing the cloud slightly reddened by the sun's rays look like the upper part of the jaw, and the ground below, which reflects a little of that redness, looks like the lower jaw. And the caves on the left and the right of the mountain feature look like the corners of the python's lips. The series of lofty peaks looks like its molars. This broad and long path is very much like a tongue. The darkness in the gorge between these two peaks resembles the darkness within the mouth of the giant creature. The hot wind caused by the forest fire is like its breath, and the smell of burnt flesh coming from that fire is the foul smell emitted by the rotten flesh in the python's stomach. And if we get into this mouth, would the creature swallow us? If he does so, he will also follow the footsteps of Baka at the hands of Lord Krishna. Saying so, they looked at the beautiful face of the destroyer of Baka and laughed, clapping their hands. So the boys were pretty sure that either it would be just a toy, or the mountain looking like a python, or if it is a real one, they knew that Lord Krishna would save them. So either way, they decided to go in. So hearing the conversation between these ignorant boys, oblivious of the real state of affairs, the Lord, who is present in the hearts of all, understood that it was a real serpent, and the boys had ignorantly taken fact for fancy. Anxious to save them, he wanted to stop them from proceeding further.
Before he could do so, however, the boys and the calves entered into the monster's mouth. But instead of swallowing them immediately, the python kept his mouth open for the destroyer of Baka to enter, so that he could avenge the death of the two of his most dear ones, which is Baka and Putana. Krishna, the protector of the whole universe, was overcome with pity and wonder at the tragic fate of the boys and the calves, who had none except he as protector, but had slipped out of his hands even into the flaming fire of death. He thought within himself how he could save the good boys and destroy the wicked monster at one stroke. So having arrived at a plan, the all-seeing Hari entered into the python's mouth. And the Devas, standing behind the clouds, cried out, expressing their apprehension, while monstrous beings and the friends and allies of Kamsa felt jubilant. So both, the Devas and the Asuras are watching. The Devas in a subtle plane, and the Asuras are also watching Lord Krishna enter into the python's mouth. And they were very apprehensive because they did not know what was going to happen. So hearing the wailings of the Devas, Krishna, the deathless one, began to grow in size within the throat of the monster who wanted to pulverize all of them. Krishna, the boys, and the calves, at one stroke. That gigantic monster, having his air passage thus obstructed by the enlarging body of the Lord, began to roll hither and thither with his eyes protruding. As the breath could not come out through any passage, it burst his head and came out. When the monster's life force had entirely left his body, Krishna, the Supreme Self, revived all the calves and friends by his look and came out with them all through the mouth of the dead monster. Now there came out from the body of the huge serpent a radiance that illuminated the quarters. It lingered in the sky for a moment for Sri Krishna to come out of the serpent's body and then merged into him as all the Devas watched. Jubilant at the event, the Devas honored their savior by a rain of flowers, the Apsaras by dancing, Gandharvas by music, instrumental musicians by orchestra, Brahmanas by praises and hymns, and his attendants by exclamations of Jaya. So, as we see, when Lord Krishna, he entered into the serpent's mouth, what he did, he just grew bigger and bigger until the python could not breathe. And finally, the air came out, breaking its head, which is a good sign also. So, it went to the Sahasrara Chakra, came out of the Sahasrara Chakra. So, the demon also merged in Lord Krishna because of that, because Lord killing him. And not only that, what happened was, as you see the Devas, who were the subtle beings who were watching, they were all so happy to see that Lord Krishna had come out. And so all of them were rejoicing. The Apsaras means the divine women or the damsels. They were dancing, and the Gandharvas were the musicians. So they were playing music and singing, the orchestra. The Brahmanas means the priests were chanting the praises as well as the Vedas, and his attendants, just like we say Mata Rani ki Jai. So they were saying Jai. And Brahma, hearing in Satyaloka the above mentioned auspicious sounds and festive exclamations of hymns, instrumental music, songs, and shouts of joy, soon came to see the expression of the Lord's divine majesty and was wonderstruck to see what had happened. The dried skin of the python demon became for a long time a cave for purpose of play for the boys of Vrija. And this act of Sri Hari, that is Lord Krishna, resulting in the release from death of themselves as well as the liberation of Aghasura from samsara, was reported by the boys to their elders at Gokula 1 year after. That is in Krishna's 6th year. All were astounded to hear it. So, as I was saying earlier, the Aghasura was released from death as well as liberated from the samsara, means the wheel of birth and death. And so the children also played in the dried skin of the python for some time. And then it said this happened in the 5th year of Lord Krishna. So this is very important. This happened during the 5th year of Lord Krishna. But the children went back to their homes on the 6th year of Lord Krishna. So they went back home only 1 year later. And it is not to be wondered that the Aghasura got rid of all his sins and attained identity with the Supreme, which is never to be had by sinners like him ordinarily, all because of the purifying touch of the Lord, the Creator, and the Supreme Master of the worlds, who had appeared as a human child in Vrija. So, even the great sinners, they're saying like Aghasura, and the Bhagasura, then Putana, and all these different demons, even though they had so much sins, they were all released from samsara and they attained liberation or realization just because Lord Krishna had killed them. So, one of the things is, many would ask this question, how can it happen? Right? And all the sins can be just destroyed in a moment. We are toiling and toiling and toiling for hours together, or days together, and years together, and nothing is happening. And how come the sinners who may not have done anything, just get liberation just like that? Right? So, the only answer to that is, they must have done a lot of spiritual sadhana in their previous births, and just by a few sins, they must have taken their last birth in order to get rid of the sins. And that too, even if they had not done spiritual practices, they became liberated at the hands of Lord Krishna. So, if we want to try, we can get killed in the hands of Amma. And we can get liberation like that very quickly. But we don't want to try that. Certainly. Even when Amma starts scolding, we'll just run away. And we won't go near her. So just think about the audacity and the braveness of these monsters, of these demons. And so, this is saying, even the great sinners, and even they had done so much of sin, they could just get liberation because the Lord had killed them. And in one sense, we can also say this is a representation. As we know, as Amma talks about the life of the great saint Valmiki. And Valmiki was, as you know, a highway robber, and he was also a murderer. He had killed so many people, he had done so many, committed so many crimes, which are sins. But when he met the Sapta Rishis, the 7 saints, and just by their, their darshan, just because they came there, he became from going from Ratnakara, the dacoit, to Valmiki, the great saint. So such is the power of these saints. So in one sense, you can also say that killing here means killing of the demonic mind. It's not literally, in one sense, killing the person per se, or the physical killing. So it is the killing of the demonic mind, and by just the glance, that's all, just by the glance and by the touch, that this could happen. As just like in our case, we were all demons before we met Amma, in one sense. And when Amma came and touched us, our whole attitude changed. And we started thinking differently. We started doing japa, we started doing practices. There's still some remnants of the demonic mind still within us, but don't worry. Because Amma is there, and finally Amma will take us to salvation. So that's what she promises us, that she will definitely take us there. So this is another interpretation, that when you say the killing of the demon. So even those who once get a mental picture of him, within themselves in meditation do attain to that divine state. Why not then this Akasura, into whom the very Lord, the one without any stain of Maya, and ever immersed in the bliss of spirit, entered in truth and in reality, without any imaginary element as in meditation. So, you think about, just the people who are meditating on the Lord. And when you meditate, they're saying, that they even just you meditate for even few minutes. And if you can behold the mental picture of the Lord, then they can attain the divine state. Or you can attain the divine state, at least for some time. It may not be permanent, but we will attain the divine state. So they are saying, so what to talk about this Asura, who into whose mouth itself the Lord entered physically. And was just an imaginary element as in meditation. So you can think that when the Lord bestows realization, it's not about how many sins you have committed. So remember that. It's not about how bad you were, a person who you were. Did you invite the Lord into your heart? That's all it matters. And all these asuras, all the asuras, all the demons, were in fact meditating on Lord Krishna unconsciously. Even though, they were having an enmity towards the Lord, they were always thinking about it, about Him. And that's why they were welcoming Lord into themselves. And that's why the Lord entered into the mind or into the body of these asuras. As we see later, as Amma says about this, is as Kamsa Bhakti. which is the Lord, the King Kamsa, who was afraid of Lord Krishna, knowing that he was going to kill him, and he was always thinking and meditating on Lord Krishna as his enemy. So even those people have attained to liberation. So that's why they're saying it does not matter for the Lord, whether it be an enemy, whether it be a devotee, the Lord does not distinguish, or the Guru does not distinguish. It's just, are you thinking about the Guru in any form, even as an enemy, then you are saved. So, in the previous session, I was saying that, you remember, this happened during the 5th year of when Lord Krishna was 5 years old. But the children went home and told their parents in the 6th year. So here, Parikshit, who was really a gift of Krishna to the line of Pandavas, hearing all these accounts of him who was his protector, questioned Shuka again on the same theme with his mind fully controlled. So imagine this Parikshit has not eaten, has not drunk anything. He did not even drink a sip of water. He was just sitting there and listening to Lord Shuka. So imagine his mind, what his mind would be completely focused on the story of Bhagavatam as being explained by Lord Shuka. And the Raja said, "O learned sir, how can something that had been done at a distance past become a current incident? How can an event that has been done at a distant past become a current incident? How can an event that took place in the 5th year of Lord Krishna be reported by the boys, his companions, only 1 year after, that is, in Krishna's 6th year? O great yogin and teacher, this seems to be so puzzling. Tell me all about it. It must surely be due to Lord's Maya, his mysterious spiritual potency, and to nothing else. Though I am only an ordinary Kshatriya, I am the most fortunate person in this world, for I am able to hear again and again from no less a personage than your holy self, the sanctifying accounts of Krishna's deeds." The Sutta said, on being questioned in this way, Shuka, the son of Vyasa, thought of the Supreme Being, whereupon all his senses, powers, and mind got absorbed in him in samadhi. O the best among devotees, with great effort he then brought his mind to the consciousness of the external world and began to speak. So now, as I said, King Parikshit is asking a beautiful question. You told us that this happened during the 5th year of when Lord Krishna was 5 years old, but the children of the Vrija went and reported to their parents only in the 6th year. How is that? And because it's so puzzling, and it must be definitely the Lord's Maya or illusionary power. And he's saying that, look, I'm so fortunate because I'm hearing these great stories of Lord Krishna through a person like you, who is one of the greatest sages. And so just think about my good fortune. And then when he was asked this question, what did Shuka just went into samadhi. And so samadhi means there is they go into a state where there is no mind. And the mind is completely gone, completely dissolved, absolved. And it's a state of no mind. And so, as we have seen in the case of Amma, Amma, I have seen her Amma going into Samadhi at least 4 or 5 times. One of them was the interesting thing was when she was in the Ganges, when she went to Rishikesh. And when she was there, so when Amma entered into the Ganges river, so it was so cold. And because of Amma had entered into the Ganges river, we also jumped into it. But the moment we jumped into it, immediately we came out because it was freezing, ice cold. That's all we could withstand. But Amma went in. Amma went in, and so what she did was as you must have seen in the video, she was holding on to a post and she started singing, but then she stopped and she went into Samadhi. She was just standing there for 45 minutes. Imagine, 45 minutes in that cold water. And of course, we had to take her out of the water, lift her out of the water and bring her. And everybody thought that she had left her body because she was not even breathing. And it took about 1.5 hours to bring her back to normal, just in a normal sense. So when they come out of the Samadhi, as Lord, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, they put a sankalpa that they would come back into that body. Otherwise, what happens is, if they go into Samadhi, they can just easily just go away. It's a point of no return. If they want to, they can just go like that. And so, one of the things that what they do is, they just cling on to something. And I have seen this many times that when this is one of the times when Amma has gone into Samadhi, and we could see it, but there are many times when we cannot even perceive it. While she's singing, and suddenly, we are one time we were in a bus, and she started singing, and then finally she got out of the bus, and she sat in the middle of the road and said, I want these lentil vadas at midnight. And where are we going to go and get it? Imagine. But she said, I want it. And she was just crying like a small child. I want this lentil, the paripu vada. And I want it right now. And people would think, what kind of a crazy person she is. But that is what, they keep their mind on something like that. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to keep his mind on jalebi. Something and some sweets. And he would say, after he comes out of the Samadhi, he would start shouting, I want jalebi. And when he's given that, he will just throw it out. They just have some kind of thing to hang on to come back to this world. So same case with Lord Shuka. As I said, many of these stories, which we may call it as fiction, is indeed, when we see Amma, then it becomes a reality. It becomes truth. So he's saying that with great effort, he had to come out of his Samadhi to answer the question of King Parikshit. So that is the beauty about this also. It's mixed with some of the stories as well with reality. And in one sense, you cannot understand what is fiction, what is real. And many a times it's so mixed so well that you cannot separate both. But the beauty is, as we see a great saint like Amma, then only we can understand and perceive that many of the things that is said in the Bhagavatam is real. Indeed, it's not just a mere story that has been, or a tale that has been enunciated or recited. So, we will stop here for the time being, and we will see what happens in the next session. Om Amriteshwari Namah.
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
अमृतेश्वरी भवानी अमृतेश्वरी शिवानी नारायणी मम जननी अम्बा अमृतानंदमयी
अमृतेश्वरी भवानी अमृतेश्वरी शिवानी नारायणी मम जननी अम्बा अमृतानंदमयी
पूर्ण ब्रह्मस्वरूपिण्यै सच्चिदानन्दमूर्तये आत्मा रामाग्रगण्यायै अमृतेश्वर्यै नमो नमः
पूर्ण ब्रह्मस्वरूपिण्यै सच्चिदानन्दमूर्तये आत्मा रामाग्रगण्यायै अमृतेश्वर्यै नमो नमः
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते
नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते
नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते
अमृतेश्वरी नमोऽस्तुते
अमृतेश्वरी नमोऽस्तुते
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
सुधामयी दयामयी कृपामयी जगन्मयी सुरेश्वरी महेश्वरी शिवंकरी अभयंकरी
सुधामयी दयामयी कृपामयी जगन्मयी सुरेश्वरी महेश्वरी शिवंकरी अभयंकरी
सुवासिनी सुहासिनी नित्य ब्रह्मचारिणी यशस्विनी तेजस्विनी सर्वलोक पाविनी
सुहासिनी सुहासिनी नित्य ब्रह्मचारिणी यशस्विनी तेजस्विनी सर्वलोक पावनी
सर्वलोक पाविनी
सर्वलोक पावनी
सर्वलोक पाविनी
सर्वलोक पावनी
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
जय जय सद्गुरु महारानी अमृतानंदमयी जय जय दुर्गा महारानी अमृतानंदमयी
अमृतानंदमयी अम्मे अमृतानंदमयी
अमृतानंदमयी अम्बे 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 अमृतानंदमयी
अम्मे अमृतानंदमयी अम्मे अमृतानंदमयी
अम्बे अमृतानंदमयी
लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जगदम्बासुत रक्ष मां।
जगदम्बासुत रक्ष मां।
जगदम्बासुत रक्ष मां।
जगदम्बासुत रक्ष मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
शरणागत रक्ष मां।
शरणागत रक्ष मां।
शरणागत रक्ष मां।
शरणागत रक्ष मां।
हे करुणानिधे पाहि मां।
हे करुणानिधे पाहि मां।
हे करुणानिधे पाहि मां।
हे करुणानिधे पाहि मां।
श्री गणनाथ संरक्ष मां।
श्री गणनाथ संरक्ष मां।
श्री गणनाथ संरक्ष मां।
श्री गणनाथ संरक्ष मां।
निज भक्ति मुदं देहि 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 मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जगदम्बासुत रक्ष मां।
जगदम्बासुत रक्ष मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जगदम्बासुत रक्ष मां।
जगदम्बासुत रक्ष मां।
जगदम्बासुत रक्ष मां।
जगदम्बासुत रक्ष मां।
जय लंबोदरा जय लंबोदरा जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
जय लंबोदरा जय लंबोदरा जय लंबोदरा पाहि मां।
अम्मा की छाया में मेरा सफर, ये तेरी कृपा है मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ।
अम्मा की छाया में मेरा सफर, ये तेरी कृपा है मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ।
अम्मा की छाया में मेरा सफर, ये तेरी कृपा है मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ।
अम्मा की छाया में मेरा सफर, ये तेरी कृपा है मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ।
कितने पाप मैंने किए, तूने मुझ फिर भी अपनाया, अपनाया।
कितने पाप मैंने किए, तूने मुझे फिर भी अपनाया, अपनाया।
अम्मा
की छाया में तेरा सफर, ये तेरी कृपा है मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ।
जलती हुई नकली गलियों में भड़क रहा था मेरी माँ।
जलती हुई नकली गलियों में भटक रहा था मेरी माँ।
प्यार की एक बूंद के लिए तड़प रहा था जगदम्बा।
प्यार की एक बूंद के लिए तड़प रहा था जगदम्बा।
अम्मा की छाया में
मेरा सफर, ये तेरी कृपा है मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ।
दुनिया की माया सागर में डूब रहा था मेरी माँ।
दुनिया के माया सागर में डूब रहा था मेरी माँ।
बालों से पकड़ के मुझे कैसे बचाया जगदम्बा।
बालों से पकड़ के मुझे कैसे बचाया जगदम्बा।
अम्मा की छाया में
मेरा सफर, ये तेरी कृपा है मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ।
तुझ में क्या दे सकूं, तेरे भाग का पौधा की छाया में
मेरा सबर ये तेरी कृपा है। मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ,
मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ, मेरी माँ जगदम्बा,
मेरी माँ जगदम्बा।
सर्वेश्वरी अमृतेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी दयामयी जगदम्बे माता दयामयी जगदम्बे माता जगदम्बे माता जगदम्बे माता दयामयी जगदम्बे माता शक्तिमयी अम्मा काली महेश्वरी शक्तिमयी अम्मा काली महेश्वरी अम्मे पराशक्ति करुणामयी हृदयेश्वरी अमृतेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी करुणामयी हृदयेश्वरी अमृतेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी करुणामयी हृदयेश्वरी अमृतेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी दयामयी जगदम्बे माता दयामयी जगदम्बे माता जगदम्बे माता जगदम्बे माता दयामयी जगदम्बे माता शक्तिमयी अम्मा काली महेश्वरी अम्मे आदि पराशक्ति अम्मे आदि पराशक्ति ओम शक्ति 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 ओम Shakti Om 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 Shakti. आदिरोद्धार निरंतर हृदये अमृतानंदमयी परमहंस पद निलये देवी अमृतानंदमयी माता अमृतानंदमयी हे जननी जनि मरण निवारिणी अमृतानंदमयी हे श्रुत जन परिपालिनी दयदा अमृतानंदमयी माता अमृतानंदमयी सुरजन पूजित जय जगदम्बा अमृतानंदमयी सहज समाधि सुधन्ये देवी अमृतानंदमयी माता अमृतानंदमयी माता अमृतानंदमयी माता अमृतानंदमयी ओम जय जय जगज्जननी वंदे अमृतानंदमयी मंगल आरती माता भवानी अमृतानंदमयी माता अमृतानंदमयी माता अमृतानंदमयी। जय बोलो सद्गुरु माता अमृतानंदमयी देवी की अमृतेश्वरी मंगलम प्रणमदा मुक्तिप्रदे मंगलम भुवनेश्वरी मंगलम सुकृतिना एकाश्रये मंगलम अमृतेश्वरी मंगलम प्रणमदा मुक्तिप्रदे मंगलम भुवनेश्वरी मंगलम सुकृतिना एकाश्रये मंगलम हृदयेश्वरी मंगलम हृदय सत्येजोमयी मंगलम मृदुभाषिणी मंगलम विजयदा प्रेमार्दे मंगलम विजयदा प्रेमार्दे मंगलम विजयदा प्रेमार्दे मंगलम। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ दुःखाः समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति
Shanti, Shanti. Om Shri Guru Namaha. Hari Om.